Hello, this is Heather at Pioneer Bee Company. I'm going to be doing hive inspections today, and I'd like to bring you along and talk to you about what to look for when you inspect your hive. You want to do your hive inspections on a warm, sunny day when temperatures are above 50 degrees and the wind is low. Also, make sure you have the proper equipment, your smoker, your hive tool, a bee suit if you prefer, and gloves if you prefer, and make sure the clothing underneath is loose and comfortable. Okay, so to start, always work your hive from behind. Don't stand in front and block the entrance. Use your hive tool to pry off your lid, or in this case, your feeder. Take that off and set it to the side. Okay. Then you're going to want to push all your frames over to one side, and that gives you room to work. Oh, also, I'm going to give them a little smoke on the top. Too much smoke will make them fly up in the air, but a little will make them go down onto the frames. And I've got my little gripper, and I use that just to pull the frame out, because usually it's stuck pretty good. And as you can see, this frame is some newly drawn comb. They haven't fully filled up the frame with their comb yet. And what you want to look for is signs that your queen is still laying. So you're going to look for larvae and you're going to look for eggs. And this side has some uncapped larvae, and it has some eggs in it. And then on the other side, it has some pollen. So you want to set that first frame to the side. And pop loose your next frame. Okay, and I've already spotted my queen on this frame. She is. I don't know if you can see her. She's the bigger one with the long tail, and she has a bare back. My queens aren't marked, so if I had an extra hand, I'd point her out, but so we have a queen in this hive. We also want to make sure that we've got some cat brood right here. This is your honey band. Usually your brood's going to be along here, and then there'll be eggs and larvae down here. And since this frame has the queen on it, I'm going to set it back in the box over to the side, just so I don't knock her off. And I'm just going to continue to go through it and look at each frame and make sure there's no new queen cells being made. They're getting a little upset with me. I'm going to give them a little more smoke. You want to be fast at this, but you also want to be slow and careful. So it really just takes practice. The longer you're in here, the more aggravated they'll get with you. And as you can see, this frame has a lot of cat brood on it. Has a honey band at the top, cap brood in the middle, all the way towards the bottom. A little burr comb hanging off the bottom there. And then the same on this side. A lot of cap brood and a honey band. Gonna take that little burr comb off. Alright, so I'm gonna set this one back in. When you set it down carefully. Don't just drop it. That will definitely make them mad. Alright, they're still working on this frame, but there's cap brood. That's good. If you get bees stuck under the frame when you're trying to set it down, just kind of wiggle it around. Give them a chance to move out of the way. And I'm going to check my last frame. And they're still working on this frame as well. But you see the queen's already laid and they've already got cap brood in there. Alright. Then you want to get all your frames back in here. It's best to kind of put them back in the order they were in. So I'm scooting them all back over to one side. Get my last frame in. If it's a tight fit getting that last frame in, just scoot the other frames over a little bit more. But then when you're done, you want to make sure all these frames are touching each other and they're centered towards the middle. If not, the bees will build their comb in all those empty spaces. Alright. I'm going to give them a little smoke. Try to get them to go down onto the frames. I'm going to put my feeder back on. Just put one side down and just kind of wiggle the other way. That way you're scooting any bees out of the way. If you find a hive beetle, crush it. And that's it. This hive, I'm really pleased with this hive. They've got a really good laying queen. Almost all 5 frames are drawn, so this one is almost ready to sell. You want to inspect your hive at least once every 14 days. If you like this video, give us the thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for future videos, leave a comment below. And if you want to see more, subscribe. Happy beekeeping. Water the garden.